What even is this? What is that ugly green splodge? These are very good questions, and the answer will become clear later on. But for now, this painting begins its life by getting rid of all of that white canvas and start the first blocking layer with oils. The plan is to smash a load of paint on with fatter brushes, cover some ground quickly and establish the mood of the painting from the get-go. My problem is, I'm an over detailer. It's who I am, and I'm trying to bring in looser sections into my paintings so not everything is over fiddly. But even at this stage, you can see that I'm fleshing out this tiger pretty quickly. I'm going to get it all whacked on with the same size brush. That way, it's not too big that I'm losing my drawing, but it's not too small that I'm tempted to start rendering detail straight away. Tigers are really fun to paint. Their stripes kind of act like line work around their face. So once you get all the markings in, you already have the shape of the face fleshed out. Then it's just a case of putting in the midtones and your blocking layer is done. This layer is pretty thin. I'm using Michael Harding Miracle Medium here as a solvent, which is a new thing that I'm using. Less toxic, which is always a bonus. You don't want to be breathing in them fumes. So I'm now on the second tiger. Get this one blocked in. First one went really smooth, actually. Just a case of staying focused and paying attention to my shapes, even though it's really exciting to get onto the portrait section. That's what I'm really looking forward to. Sometimes it can be tricky painting two of the same thing back to back because you've essentially already done it once. It can be quite boring doing it again, but it's going to be worth it. Keep sticking to the game plan. This painting is a continuation with a similar theme that I explored with the previous painting I did, and I actually have a video of that on my channel. It's called Night Eyes. This has a similar composition of a central female character surrounded by her animal squad, I guess you could say. The human with their animal counterpart is an idea I really enjoyed working with and will probably keep coming back to in the future. Although the female portrait is nothing new in art, it's been happening for centuries, but I really do enjoy putting my own spin on it. Blocking of the tigers is done, so onto the face now. Really excited to get on with that. I'm going to paint it a bit more direct, I think, not as loose as this. Get it a bit more complete in one layer, I think. And the reason for this is, the reason is I kind of just want to do it that way, I guess. If I'm being honest, I think that's probably what, I don't know why, just something tells me that's the way to do it, so I think I'm just going to do it that way. The reality is, real serious painting is hard work. It's repetitive and it can be a hard slog sometimes. So I find that it's important to find ways to keep the process interesting. Changing the way you do things, your method, try things out. It just breaks it up and it keeps things fresh. Painting these tigers loose and lean, I don't usually do it that way, and painting the portrait more of a alla prima style, I guess you could say, it just keeps things fun for me. Too many paintings in this world meet their end on the unfinished pile, and I think a finished painting is more important than a good one. So finding ways to just scrape your way to the finish line is absolutely key. But of course, if we can finish a painting and that painting is also good, well, then we're cooking on gas. So I'm just editing now, and I realised I haven't filmed the clip of me sat in front of the painting explaining that I've finished the first layer and now it's time to do the second pass, all the extra details, refine things and all that sort of stuff. So I guess that's what I'm doing now. Bruh. I actually haven't posted on YouTube properly for a while now, and to be honest, these videos just take so long for me to make. It's a massive task just to make the paintings around my day job, and then to film them as I make them. Editing the videos takes just as long as the paintings do to make. Painting is not my day job. I actually tattoo for a living, and tattooing is art, but it's making art for other people. They choose what they want to wear, and it's amazing to be part of their journey, but I picked up painting as a hobby for me, as a creative outlet to put things down that live in my head that wouldn't belong on someone else's skin. And these videos, I guess, are an extension of that, a creative outlet. But the effort is worth it. Even if no one ever saw these videos, I find it super rewarding having this body of videos that's documenting my journey through essentially teaching myself how to paint. And if anyone watches them and gets any value out of it, how cool is that? Bit of a nightmare day today, really. I was supposed to be tattooing at the studio, but my client was a no-show. So that's a bit annoying. But if there is a silver lining, I guess it means I can just work a bit more on this. So with my impromptu day off, I'm going to try and get all of this tiger in. Tomorrow is my actual day off. So hopefully between the 2 days, we should get this finished. When life gives you lemons, do as the Romans do, or whatever that is. Terrible motivational quotes aside, it was low-key quite nice to get an extra day on this. The second pass layers are always quite nerve-wracking. I know I have to keep the painting moving along, but you don't want to ruin what's already down. Sometimes I find myself getting attached to these underlayers, but the plan was to rework it all along, so I am going to stick to the game plan. Again, it's a case of delicately balancing the detail versus the looseness, the realism with the painterly brushstrokes, which is likely to be a balancing act I'll have forever. Isn't that what painting is though? A balancing act the whole way through. Warm versus cool, smooth versus textured, out of focus versus sharpness, even your progress versus your past habits. So I had a super late night last night. I was painting till about midnight. Yeah, but we got most of the tiger fur in, so that's pretty cool. Gonna get straight back on it today. Just dropped the girls off at school. Did a couple of emails for tattoo bookings, all that kind of stuff. And we're gonna get straight back into it, doing the female portrait today. So I make myself a cup of tea, and we're gonna go straight back. I imagine the perfect balanced art career probably doesn't exist, but if it does, it's one where you're not just successful by outside metrics, but also fulfilled with your own work itself. It's the cross section where the work you love to produce and the work other people love to see overlaps. You land yourself in that sweet spot and you are golden. You've won the game. But that little sweet spot is elusive though, isn't it? I'm yet to find it myself, and I bet I'm not alone there. For now, I'm happy making paintings that I want to see, and if you build it, they will come. Oh yeah, about that ugly green splodge thing I mentioned earlier. So we need to speak about this background. I'm a bit stuck, I don't know what to do. My plan from the start was to go a really pale grey blue type thing, leave a little bit of this acrylic layer showing through, kind of create a like stone concrete-y type effect, and I still think I might do it that way, but is it boring? Am I losing some kind of more oomph that I could do with it? But there could be so many options. I don't know. I know what I can do. Hello, Dad? You know my tiger painting? Can you remember what it looks like? What would you do with the background? Alright, I'll send you a snap now. I am very fortunate that I have a small community of artists that I can call on when I get stuck. Not just my dad, but the other artists that I work with on a daily basis at our tattoo studio. We're all passionate about pushing ourselves, and we all make artwork outside of tattooing. So when I'm at a brick wall with my paintings, I can shoot over a quick photo and ask their opinions. My plan from the start was to have this flat pale blue grey thing over the top, but it is nice to hear reassurance that it was the right way to go. Yeah, that is the right choice. Yeah, I think. As always, if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Please do consider subscribing if you like this video. This one is as yet untitled, so feel free to hit me with ideas in the comments. Yeah, catch you in the next one, and here's the final shots.